with J&M. Jonathan. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Mike,
there we go.
turn on my mic.
Turn on the mic.
Thank you very much. This is like 4 weeks in a row.
What do you mean 4 weeks in a row? This is like years in a row that I still do this shit. I apologize. How you doing, buddy?
Not good.
Why not
good at all.
That's a great start.
Yeah, I don't know if my guest knows. I'm not an actor. Never have been, never will be. I work for the Forest Preserve. And guess what? They just got a nice little windfall of money. An extra $40 million a year.
That you're not going to see a dime from?
Oh, get this. This is a nice little flex. They're going to buy new trucks, new equipment, new this, new that. You know what I got offered? A fucking pizza party. That's not funny at all.
I'm sorry.
A pizza party.
I've been there.
That's bad.
It sucks.
I'm sorry.
It's like, where does the money go, man? It goes to the dumbest thing. Like, do we really? It's almost like
we don't have enough people to drive what we got now. What are you buying more stuff for?
I'm hearing what you're saying. I understand. I'm feeling you. Okay. I don't know how I can help you though.
There's no way.
Steal one of the old trucks. I don't know. Steal one of the old lawnmowers. I don't know.
No.
Get the biggest one so you can cut the little bit of grass you have.
Yeah. Make it a 2-second job.
The little bit of grass, you cut it with the biggest John Deere.
It's just so like demoralizing. And then she goes, yeah, we'll give you that information on that pizza party. Like all the details. Like what detail is in a pizza? Like
Little Caesars or not, you know?
Are the pieces going to be squares or triangles? Like what?
Extra cheese or not?
I give up.
They could at least spring for like a real pizza place.
No, it'll be Little Caesars.
Of course it will. Hey, don't bash Little Caesars. Sometimes I know he disagrees with me. But me and my sibling agree. If you can order a custom pizza, which means it's not sitting around, they make it there. It's not that bad.
It's $40 million. I don't want no goddamn pizza. I want a raise.
Damn, bro. I mean, you totally like clipped my.
No, it's not. It's not right.
I was shocked to the system. I think that's the most animated I've ever seen you.
Dude, there's only like 200 of us that work like as a group, in totality. There's like 250.
Just let it all out, John. Just let it all out.
No raise. Pizza party.
There's a tissue right there. That's fucked up, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It is.
They get all that money and
I hope they
don't
watch
spread
this
it.
too.
They don't spread it.
Oh, they spread it to certain people.
That's fucked up.
Sure.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Other than that, I'm doing fine.
Do you need a hug or something? I can walk over there.
I don't know. I'm good.
All right.
I'm gonna see if my bill collectors take pizza. I don't know.
That's a good point. We have a guest today. Golly, why did I start coughing right now? She's an actress, right? Friend of mine, and she was actually my first baby mama ever.
Baby mom.
She played the mother of my child in a little scene that we had together a couple years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's here joining us. I'll let her introduce herself.
I am Katelin Stack.
Nice to meet you, Katelin Stack. I mean, we've met already.
Yeah. It's nice to meet you.
Yes,
nice to meet you.
It's nice to see you again.
Welcome to my humble abode.
Forever.
I know.
We've only been trying to schedule this for forever.
Yeah, but you know what? I've learned that this becomes challenging because like I try to schedule ahead of time, right? You know, in case shit happens, and then it's so far of a gap where my biggest fear is like someone's gonna forget or whatever, and it's kind of hard to. I mean, I guess with actors, I guess it's a little more easier because they tend to put stuff in calendars, for the most part, right? But the average person probably doesn't, and then there are actors that don't do it, and I'm like, then they forget the date, they book something else, or they plan
think it's
something
on Zoom.
Yeah, they think it's on Zoom, which we will never do unless you are a regular on Chicago PD or a TV show. Then we'll make accommodations. We'll make accommodations. Yeah. If you're LaRoyce Hawkins from Chicago PD, I'll figure it out. But after that, everybody's got to come here. But yeah, and we tried to plan this a couple months ago, right?
I feel like it's been almost all year because you invited me on at some point earlier this year, and I was like, I can't, I'm working, and then I couldn't because I was working.
And then you got sick one time, right?
And then just last month I got the flu.
Well, you're here now.
I am.
So how's your acting going on right now? How's it going?
It's been a busy
Besides a
year.
slow season.
Yeah, well, I need a slow season because the holidays are coming up. And
Oh crap, that is coming up, right?
yeah,
Shit.
surprise.
How many more days?
I should know this.
24, 23?
9. Well, there's 9 days until my daughter's birthday, which is 2 weeks before Christmas. So you can do the math.
Wait,
John's
is
the
yours-
math was.
The 12th?
11th.
11th. My wife is the 12th.
So that means I gotta buy everyone's gift like next Friday.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I don't think I get paid till after Christmas.
I have it on Black Friday. You're supposed to do your shopping.
That's bullshit, man.
And, you know, I saw some of the Black Friday deals. Those were not deals.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, it's you know what's fucked up is like
Those were like Labor Day deals.
I'll see a Black Friday like ad or whatever, and then today's obviously after Black Friday, and it says extended Black Friday.
Of course.
Like, so what's the fucking point? Why am I rushing? You know?
Maybe take an extra 40% off, and I might buy something.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Right?
Now we're fucking talking. But that's not what happens. So you had a busy year.
I did have
Tell
a
us
busy
about
year. It didn't start picking up until March, and then so I did a feature in that the majority was shot in June, but prior to that, we kind of had this whole deal. We were supposed to start filming last November, but we didn't know what was going to happen with the Delta variant. We didn't know if Wisconsin was going to. Yeah, we didn't know if Wisconsin was going to go back on lockdown, and we had people coming in from out of state, so we didn't want anyone to like buy plane tickets and make hotel reservations and then come here and be like, by the way,
We're not going to be able to do anything.
yeah.
you
So
know?
we postponed the majority of the filming to June of this year, but we also decided that because we had such a huge schedule to shoot, that we would break it up into like little weekend chunks for the first 6 months of the year and film like for a weekend. So I didn't really start filming until March of this year, but since then it's, you know, one weekend in March. I don't remember if I did anything in April.
And this is the one you were the lead, right?
Yeah, one
The
of
one
them.
you
Yeah,
sent me?
yeah. This no, this wasn't Happy Birthday, Charlie. This was Through Eyes of Grace.
Okay.
And then once again in May, I was also producing for this one, so it was double duty, and there was just no break.
There's no stop. Oh no,
no break.
no, dude. I saw a very interesting. I hate to interrupt you real quick.
Sure.
I saw an interesting picture somebody posted on Facebook. It was like an iceberg, right? And half of it was above water, and the other half was underneath water, right? And then it said like,
Which is inaccurate, but go ahead.
sure, whatever. The point was,
It's usually tougher said than I do, but yeah.
so the point was, it was like this is what most people think acting's about, right? And then on top of the water, it showed like a camera roll, and then it showed like an Oscar, and then money and whatever, and then underneath,
It's
it's everything else. It's like no sleep, no lack of communication with relationships, literally like every other thing, like
All the money you have to
the
pour
money
into,
you have to
into your
spend,
career.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like,
You
dude,
we don't
that-
talk about that side.
That
of it.
related to me so bad because I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
dude,
know exactly which one you're talking
I go
about.
through that stress and it's insane.
Yes.
But I'm sorry. Continue. I hate to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Yeah, so there was pretty much no break through any of that. And we filmed the brunt of it in June. We had some amazing talent come out from New York, from Florida. I think there were a couple people from Minnesota, but we got that done. And then I went from Through Eyes of Grace almost straight into haunt season, which was a ton of fun. And then I shot a promo trailer for a haunted Halloween. And then I shot The Evil 3. And then I worked at a haunted house. And then that's where I'm at. Yeah.
Busy year.
Because
Busy year.
it's December now, right?
All I got to do this year was sit on lawnmowers and take pictures,
Yeah.
take pretty pictures. No, that's not true. Wasn't I on PD this year? No,
I don't
last year.
know.
That was last year. Whatever.
Were you?
Nonetheless, I was on one.
I'm not sure.
Well, that's
Agent?
still-
You should be.
No.
Um,
What's the cut? Maybe.
I
10
allow
to
you.
15%,
Oh,
sometimes 20, depending on whether or not it's print.
See, hey, you're not supposed to say this stuff to him. I will let him
He
know.
was gonna
I will
lowball
let
me
him know.
big time.
I said usually.
Okay, good. Now my year was kind of slow this year. Why am I sounding like this today? I was fine the entire time until we press record.
You know what? It's all in your head. Must be
Maybe.
all in your head.
But what was I saying?
Something.
Yes. I
Very
was saying
slow year for you.
Oh yeah, very kind of slow year. But then again, when you're on Chicago PD or any of those shows, like you can't be on them for 2 years, and those are the major shows that film here every year. So like there really isn't much to do
Outside of that,
Outside of that.
you union?
Yes, technically
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. You're pretty sure you've been invited already, right?
To the
You haven't done
union?
union jobs yet?
Nope.
None?
No.
It's all indies?
No, all indies.
Wow.
Hashtag support indie film.
What about the one you sent me? What was that one called?
Happy Birthday, Charlie. That was non-union.
Girl, that looked really
It
good.
looked very
We
union.
had amazing cameras. We had an amazing crew. Our DP Bino was phenomenal, and our director Nina specifically sought out someone from the school. I'm gonna mess this up. I think she went to the New York Film Academy, and she specifically sought out someone who had gone through the same program that she had.
And you can tell because it looked
Yeah.
the part.
Yeah.
Like it looked really good.
It looks very, very good.
I watch a lot of indie films,
Yeah.
And that was good.
Yeah.
That was really good. I
I'm
was very
excited
impressed.
to hear more news about it. I haven't heard really much of anything since I got the link to the trailer, and I think that
How long has it been in post already?
it's completed. I think it's running the festival circuit right now, but I haven't heard anything.
Oh, so they didn't even screen it yet.
No.
I feel like they should. I feel like they should have an obligation at least to give it to you.
I have
Before
the link
anything.
to the completed film.
Oh, you can.
I
watch
have
it.
watched it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, cool. That's what I thought you hadn't watched it at all.
Oh,
Like,
no,
you haven't
no.
heard anything since the trailer.
Oh,
Like,
no,
they should
no.
totally like give it to you first. Like,
I got the link to the completed film before I got the link to the trailer. Actually, I think so.
nice.
Yeah.
So, what do you
It
think
was-
of your performance? That's a hard question, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a very hard question.
I feel like we can always do better, which is the bad part.
I feel like, and this is what sucks about being an actor, is that you don't have control over things in the editing room unless you're the editor. And I was not the editor. And so I feel like a lot of my really peak performances in this film, like the really, really heavy stuff, got cut.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Ask for the extended cut version. The Snyder cut. The Snyder cut.
I know Nina had to make a lot of cuts because the final product came out to like over 3 hours or
Wow.
something like that, which is weird because it was like a 92-page script.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But there was a lot of stuff that was cut, and some of it was fine.
But that's part of the business.
And it is. It's totally part of the business. I can't, I don't have control over that. It's sad to see that, my frolicking in a mountain creek in 50-degree water didn't make the cut, but I can still say I frolicked in a mountain creek.
That's true. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, who do you play in this film? Can we talk about it a little bit? Or
Sure.
I
Yeah.
won't go too deep, so that way you can.
I play a character named June, who is a single mom to a young lady named Charlie, and it is her birthday. And at the same time that it is her birthday, I get busted for stealing medicine from my job, specifically hydrocodone or oxycodone.
Oxycontin. Well, I guess you can
Some form
throw
of-
it.
Oxycodone.
You can,
This
yeah,
is-
it's oxycodone
yeah,
is the
I'm-
actual term, but like the popular brand was called Oxycontin because that was the
I-
brand that had to deal with the
I
government.
steal heavy medicine.
Mm.
And I decide to run off, and I take my teenage daughter with me and kind of drag her along. And the script itself, I thought was really beautiful because there's the end, which didn't make the cut, has
Wait
a
a
lot.
minute, the end didn't make the cut. I feel like
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
Or
it
the end
ended.
you wanted. To
The ending that I had in my head.
okay, fair enough.
It
It's
has a lot.
open-ended.
It has a lot of self forgiveness for June at the end, and there's like she redeems herself
Sure.
to herself, and I like how it came together at the end. But it's still fun.
Did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun. I got to go out to Colorado and shoot in the mountains, and
It looked pretty. It looked really pretty.
We shot mostly in a town called Nederland, Colorado, which is just outside of Boulder.
Boulder?
No, Boulder, Colorado.
Oh.
And when I say just outside, I mean like an
of
hour
Boulder,
above.
I thought that was part of the directions, like in Puerto Rican talk, where they say make a left on the Boulder and then go down a couple miles. There you are.
No, Boulder, Colorado.
Pretty big city.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know my geographical things like that. So when did you start being? When did the acting bug hit you, or when did you get this like want?
I kind of think that it was something that I had always wanted to do, but never really knew how to do it until I got into college. And I only took the acting class in college because I needed another 2 credits to stay on my parents' insurance at the time.
There's always a reason, yeah.
But so many things clicked for me in that first class that it was like, yes. And here we are.
So what was your did you go into college for acting?
No.
Did you take classes anywhere?
I took Second City's improv courses, but I haven't taken really much of anything else.
You're self-taught.
That's what's happening.
Oh, we got to make money. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. That's one of the things they were saying. They have no idea how much it costs to take acting classes.
I have to choose right now between headshots and an acting class, and seeing as how both of my agents are on me for headshots,
that takes the priority. I agree.
I will be getting new headshots.
That's hey. So what's something you struggle with as an actress?
I think the biggest thing is self-doubt and comparing myself to, because if this was Hollywood, I think maybe I might be starting to age out, so to speak.
Oh,
because I see so many.
I mean, we just saw Indiana Jones, another Indiana Jones with a freaking 90-year-old Harrison
He's
Ford.
a made
He's
man,
80,
though.
not 90.
Huh? How old is he? He's 80.
80.
She took that personally. You saw that?
Yeah.
She's like,
We'll
correct
get
yourself,
to that. We'll get to that. But it's hard because like for haunt season that I just shot this year, there were so many, I don't want to say children, but I call most people who are younger than me children.
I do too.
There were so
kids.
many.
They're kids.
Very obviously early 20 or mid 20s that were on set. And it was just like, ugh. And then when I worked at the haunted house, they were even younger. Like they were like,
fresh out of high school.
hey, can you give me a ride tomorrow night? Because my mom has to work and
oh God,
like can't drive young. And I'm just like, oh, I feel so.
Yeah.
But
I get that a lot. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to, I think the comparison and the self-doubt are some of the biggest things that I have to deal with.
See, I watch a lot of old stupid cartoons, like King of the Hill is one of them for me, right? So there's an episode where Bill Dauterive tries to play football again for their high school team, right? And then the coach is gonna put him in, and he goes, Dauterive, come here. I know you don't have their youth or their speed or their performance-enhancing drugs, but you have something they don't have. Guts. Or whatever. And he gets all geeked up, but I'm like, hey, that might work for me. I mean, I don't have the youth. I don't have the 6-pack this dude has or whatever, but I might have something they don't have, you know? And again, I use Gary Oldman as a beautiful example because I know you hate it. He was never really in shape. He was in a shape. And he's old right now, and he's still one of the greatest actors.
Absolutely.
Working. He's gonna retire.
I know. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, me neither.
Is he?
Yeah.
Look at his face.
Oh, he's being facetious, isn't
He's
he?
a fucking hater.
Pretty much.
He just hates Gary Oldman with a passion.
I don't hate him. I don't. It's
Say he's great.
Then what's your beef?
It's because
I just
like
laugh because it's his favorite actor, and usually most of the time he goes, "Hey, you know who Gary Oldman is, right?" And people are like, "Nah, who the fuck is that?" Like they by name, nobody knows him. They say Commissioner Gordon.
Who are you
like,
talking to? 5-year-olds?
No, there's some people that don't recognize him, and some of them
You'd be surprised.
Some of them admit that they don't recognize him because they didn't recognize his character. Now I'll grant them that because
he's a chameleon.
yes, he blends into his environment like in every character, which is amazing.
So does Arnold.
So what?
So does the guy who's behind him.
Same thing. Same thing.
Okay.
See? We're on the same page. We're on the same page. I like it. Speaking of favorite actors or actresses, who's yours? Why does everybody make that face?
Yeah.
Because you put me on the spot and like I have to actually
But there has
think
to be
about
one that just pops into your brain.
Gary Oldman.
Really?
But yeah, absolutely. I'm
There's
like
gotta be something
when I heard
for you. Hold on. There it is. Maybe
when
not that.
I heard that like the rumors were starting to
Oh my god.
come out that he was retiring this year, I was like, well, there's another one that I can't work with now.
Oh my god. I really like her. Because I said the same thing when my boss told me that Gary Oldman was retiring. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, then I guess I'm never going to be able to work with him. That sucks. Even if it was freaking just like being in the background. I wouldn't care if I was in the background with him.
I know, right?
Just to watch him do something would be fucking amazing. And I mean that in all reality.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of movies that I've seen recently.
Viola
and of course,
Davis. She's good.
I have blank spaces, abundance.
It's all
right
right.
now.
It's all right. It's, I mean, it's such a...
Let me get back to you.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
I'll get back to you.
I will say she does something else that Emily did when she was here. You guys, there's
Who's
certain
Emily?
people. Emily, the girl that was here for theater from TMC.
Okay.
Like you guys are very good with your hands. Like I am
Yeah,
not.
She does that, yeah.
I am not. Like I mean, I can do certain. Like I'm doing it on purpose. I'm gonna keep my hands on. I do things on purpose sometimes, but like I am like, I don't know why I can't really like let go like
Talk
that. I
with
think
your
that's
hands?
my biggest fear or struggle in acting for me is the ability to let go and get out of my own head. So like right here, right now, I'm good. I'm comfortable. I've done this a million times. But since we don't act a million times a year.
You're acting as yourself right now, and it's the most comfortable character you have.
Correct.
Because you know it so well.
But then when you go and I'm doing auditions with this one and okay, ready? And you know, that fear of sounding like you're reading something is the most terrifying thing. I think I've asked him the most in my life, like, does it sound like I'm reading out of a script? And then of course he's my friend and lies to me and tells me, no, it sounds great.
You're great. Why aren't you in Hollywood right now?
Good question.
Yeah.
I hate that question.
People ask you that?
No,
It's like-
not all of the time or anything, but you'll get a facetious question where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're so great. How come you're not in Hollywood yet? And it's just like,
it's
you have
hard.
no idea
Yes.
the
Yeah.
amount of steps it takes to get there.
That's like getting into the NBA or getting into
It's like being
Right,
drafted by
maybe.
somebody in the NFL.
Yeah.
yeah, like it's
no.
amazingly hard.
Yeah.
Or let's use a sport that's even less. Like that's like winning Wimbledon. That's really
Yeah.
hard because there's
Yeah.
such a lack of people that play like that and at that level. You know what I'm saying?
And so many non-actors just don't get it.
Plus, there's the younger age group that are better than us and more fit than us and have more hair than me. I hate that too.
Yeah, you
That
can't
sucks.
do nothing about
Yeah, I
that.
can't do anything about that. I mean, I could buy a wig, I guess.
We'll just have to take them all out.
Man.
Yeah.
I like her. I like her plan. I like her plan. I like her fucking plan. What was I was gonna say something about that film that you showed me, the trailer. Crap, I blanked out. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What is it? What is wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I think I'm losing my
Yeah.
talent here of doing this.
Because we're getting old.
I think it might be time to retire and hand over the mic.
So who?
I don't
That's
know.
me.
It's a good question. This would be the most silent
Show's over.
podcast ever.
So,
Crickets the whole time. Any bad experiences on set for that particular film? And that's
For
a full
that film,
feature,
no.
right? That was full
Yeah,
feature?
that's a feature.
That's full feature.
No, it was, I know that there was a little bit of, I guess we'll call it backstage drama.
There always is.
As there
That's a
always is. Yeah.
given.
But it was handled to a point that the actors, like, unless you were intently paying attention,
Mhm.
you had no idea what was going on.
Wow.
It was never made apparent to anybody on set. It was all dealt with very professionally. And the only reason that I kind of knew anything about it was because I was hanging around probably a little longer than I should have in some instances. Because I am a socially awkward worm.
So, what's your process? I mean, you led, right? You led this film?
Yes.
So that's a challenge in itself, right? Is that the first time you've ever led?
No.
So you've led before? Mm-hmm. You're used to being a lead. I get it.
I did a lot of theater before I did any film.
See, everyone in this theater. I'm terrified of theater.
Don't be.
I don't know how to.
Don't be.
I don't know how to.
You don't know how to what? You don't know how to act?
I'm not even sure about that yet.
Okay, fair. But like, I literally had this conversation while on set for Happy Birthday, Charlie. I was talking to one of Travis is the guy's name. Hi. And he was talking about how he'll walk onto a set any damn day of the week and just be totally at home, but theater scares him to death.
I think it's like a safety net.
Yeah, you have a safety net with film, and especially now that it's digital, you can just cut and paste and go, and like you can do one take 50 times if you need to. But on the flip side of that, theater is such a rush.
That's what everybody says. It's a thrill.
It is an absolute thrill. Like, and you know if you've had a good show because you take your final bow and then you go backstage and you're like, wait, what just happened? We're done? Okay. I don't remember any of it.
Oh, it's like a
dream.
Yeah.
It would be like a good basketball game. So if you're having a good basketball game, it's obviously 20 minutes a half, but then you start like, damn, we just finished. Like, it went by that fast. Like, I was into this shit. I get it. I get it. It's just terrifying.
You kind of black out, and like, well, I get that because I've had experiences where it's like my third show ever, my first time leading.
You threw up.
No, but somebody at some point dropped a line.
Okay.
And we missed 3 pages of dialogue.
Oh, see, that scares the shit out of me.
And since then, I have made it a point to memorize a play, forward, backward, everyone's lines, everyone's cues, so that in the event that something like that happens ever again, I can cover for it. And no one has to flounder on stage because I floundered on stage and it was so uncomfortable.
Did you watch the Fresh Prince reunion thing? No. By chance?
No.
So one of the things the cast hated that Will Smith would do is he would mouth. Besides that,
I'm sorry.
He was terrible. He would mouth the other person's lines while the person is doing it, and I'm like, and they would hate him. Like they would tell him to stop. I'm like, oh man, I can totally get that being super distracted.
That's got to be incredibly distracting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to work
I've been
with
fortunate enough to not work with anybody who's done that.
So what's your strategy to memorizing lines? I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably struggle with that, including me.
You're not going to like my answer.
Just break it in there.
I look at the page and then I do the scene.
Look at this. Wow. You look at the scene and do the wait. You look at the script and do the scene.
I will read the script at least 2 or 3 times prior to filming. But when it comes to the actual scene, because you don't always know like what scene you're going to be doing.
Sure. Do you have like a photographic memory that you could just read it 3 times? Are you like Samuel Jackson?
I don't think it's 100% identical, but
that's pretty good though.
It's my superpower.
You have a talent.
It's my superpower.
Somebody's vibrating. Who was that, John? You're the only phone on the table.
No, that wasn't me.
Man.
Talking about.
Yeah, sometimes like I took some time and I started to like research like ways to memorize things, trying different tactics, blah, blah, blah. I found that the ones that I kind of get in my head quickly are the ones I can identify with. So like roles or auditions or whatever that I'm like, okay, I can see myself doing this. So it all kind of flows kind of better. But the bad thing is you can't depend on that because there's always going to be, you got to audition for whatever's kind of thrown your way. Yeah, we have a little bit of a choice here and there, but you kind of got to do it even. And that's kind of where I struggle. Like one of the ones that threw me off was I did an audition for Power, right? And that was the one that Enrique was here.
Yeah.
I felt that I did really well. Okay. So I get a call back for that. Before my call back, I get a message from my agent saying, oh, they want you to audition for a bigger part. okay. So then I read the bigger part, and it's instead of being the gangbangers like security, it's the head of the organization.
Mhm.
And it's like a 10-page thing. And I'm like, I get in my head right off the bat. I'm like,
Sure.
shit, am I fucking ready for this? Do I want this? I mean, I don't know. Like I'm fucking in my head. I literally slept the night before with a headphone in my ear, playing the lines to somehow thinking it would sink into my head.
Have you ever memorized your lines from your character's standpoint? Like, have you gotten a character in mind, come up with your character and develop that character and then tried to memorize your lines?
I think it's for actual roles, yes. For auditions, it's a little more difficult. And the reason I say it's a little more difficult for auditions is because of the timetable.
Sure.
So
you have to make some pretty quick choices.
Correct.
Pretty definitive choices very quickly.
Correct. And I'm assuming, as you know, because I mean you're a mother, right? And you work, right?
Mm-hmm. Not full time, but yeah.
As do I. I'm not a mother. Getting to the point where you can break this down is kind of hard, because like if I get the CCast email at, I don't know, let's say 1 PM,
Mm-hmm.
I'm at work, right? So I can't necessarily stop what I'm doing to go print this out and start working on this.
Sure.
So now I got to wait till 5-ish to print this out and get this ready. Maybe, hopefully it's due the next day at night.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
If I'm lucky.
Or maybe the day after that.
Or the
at
day
10.
after, right, at 10 in the morning, which
Yeah.
serves me no fucking purpose. Because what am I going to do at 10 in the morning? I'm already at work. To print it out, to take it home for a night, to maybe start to do something with that. To then go to work where I can't really work on it because I'm at work. To then come here, hopefully he's here so we can set up in here to shoot it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of a little bit of a difficulty. Not an excuse, obviously, because that's part of the.
No, but it's
happen.
definitely like I've been there. I used to work full time and pursue this at the same time, and it's rough to to get that email notification. You're like, hey, you have an audition due at 7:00 tonight.
Jeez, that sucks.
So have fun, and then you're like,
okay.
All right, I'm gonna take my break now.
Right
now.
I mean, but then again, that comes obviously more comfort and all of that comes with repetition, right? So the more you do it, the more comfortable. Like I'm not super nervous in front of cameras anymore. Mind you, I do this, but this helped out a lot. But I think with me, it's whenever I don't really see myself as the character they want me to audition for.
But how do you know what they want you to audition for?
I read the script.
Well, yeah, but like, what's in your head may not match.
What's in your wallet?
May not match what's in there. I mean, you only have a vague breakdown to go off of.
Sure.
Gangbanger.
That's
number one.
That's normally what I get. But
how many choices can you make within that vague breakdown that are going to be different and unique?
I mean,
you a Latin king or a Cobra?
Right.
What are you?
You're either a Mexican gangbanger or a Puerto Rican gangbanger. I mean, I can't go the other way because that would be wrong. I mean, I'm not saying there's no excuse, right? Obviously, we put in the work and all that.
So much
I've
work.
always been. Nowadays, I'm very picky with what I accept or decline. Because there's some things I don't want to do. So like, I get a lot of like modeling stuff, and I'm like, I'm not a model.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna decline the majority of these unless there's a lot of money involved. Period. Because I mean, I'm not a model. That's not what I want to do. It's not really my thing. Some people are models. More power to you. I'm not one of those guys.
Be a paycheck though.
Oh, it is a good paycheck.
I'm not tall enough to do that.
I mean, how tall are you?
5'4".
That's not that bad.
For print, but for a runway,
No, runway is a different
Plus,
story.
I mean, like, you know,
I don't got the abs for runway. I know.
I can't walk in heels either.
I mean, I definitely cannot walk in heels. Definitely.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
Jonathan, I feel like you haven't said anything. Go ahead, buddy.
I'm not walking in heels, and I'm not very tall either.
Short
You got
people
body,
unite.
though.
Yeah,
You got a lot of body, though.
a dad bod. What are you talking about?
You got a dad bod? I don't think the
Sure.
average dad can bench 450 pounds.
Yeah, it's still a dad
Damn,
bod.
dude.
He's big. He's
Hey, I
powerhouse.
appreciate that.
He's powerhouse.
That was back in the day, though. Not anymore.
He's
What,
big.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
No.
Like this morning when he went to the gym and he put it on Snapchat
No.
and
I'm
TikTok.
too old for that. No.
He just watches TikTok all day.
Yeah. Where I get my news.
It's
Oh,
great.
jeez.
That's great.
How do you think I found out about the Green Ranger dying?
There we go. No, that's a
Facebook.
good.
Yeah.
That was a good segue, sir. We lost
I know.
a very important person to our childhood. Maybe not John. John's a little older than we are, so we'll cut him some slack.
2 years.
But then that means you must have liked Power Rangers. Come on,
I
bro.
mean, I did when it first came out, but I was already kind of just over it after the second, I don't know, season.
Oh my God. I loved Power Rangers.
I
love
love
Power Rangers enough that I have a tattoo of a Power Ranger on my body.
Distinctly
sick.
remember a home video of my brother and I playing. We are 8 and 2-ish, somewhere in there. And the last thing that is said before the video cuts out is me yelling at my mom because we're going back upstairs. And I say, call us down for Power Rangers.
I thought she was going to yell at her and say, it's Morphine time.
Like that was...
Don't
that
yell at
was
me, it's
the
Morphine
thing.
time. That's some shit I would probably do. And then run from my dad with the belt. Do you want morphine thing? Right here, I got you morphine thing. Stop running. Zordon, teleport me to the... Oh my God. No, Power Rangers was such a thing.
And then the movie.
Oh my God. I don't think people realize how big Power Rangers was, especially older people, like older folk. Like my boss is a little, almost 10 years older than me. So like he doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if I try to go back and look at children's shows that dominated in those years, right? So you think of like Transformers was a big thing, right?
Power
Big
Rangers.
Toy Run, right? Ninja Turtles would be the next one after
Sure.
that, right? Big Toy Run. What comes after that
Power Rangers.
is Mighty Morphin Power
Yeah.
Rangers. Like legit. You could not get those fucking toys at all.
Were you lucky enough to get the Happy Meal
No.
when they had?
Happy Meal.
Yeah, they had a when the movie came out.
Oh,
they
they had
had-
no choice. I remember. Ivan Ooze and those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
They
I
had a deal with McDonald's, and they had a bunch of different toys from the movie.
Please tell me you still have them because they're probably worth some money.
Likely not. If it is, it's somewhere in a box somewhere, probably at my parents' house, and collecting dust.
You're gonna sell it at an auction one day, and somebody's gonna take it to Pawn Stars, and they're gonna give them like $500,000 for that fucking thing. 'Cause that's how it always fucking happens.
But I got the little morpher
Did
in
you?
the Happy Meal. Yeah,
That's freaking cool.
yeah. My brother did not.
I
I felt
was-
kind of bad, but at the same time, I was like,
Listen,
Can't
I
feel
was
too bad.
so obsessed with that show. Even my sister, even Miliani was kind of into it at the beginning, but my sisters, they're about the same age.
Yeah.
And they kind of fell off around the same time, so I don't blame them. But
yeah, well, they can be lame.
like I remember watching this show and like just losing my shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Really?
losing
That
my
bad?
shit. And forget about when the Green Ranger saga started.
Oh my
That
god!
was the
I remember
greatest-
that being a big thing.
That was
Yeah.
the
was
greatest
huge.
week of my life.
Really?
I recall those episodes like literally, like I can literally tell you exactly what
And
happened.
then he became the White Ranger.
Yes, in season 2. You know that he wasn't originally supposed to be there.
I do not know that.
So so you know how it's a half Asian show or Japanese
Japanese.
show. I think it's called Super Sentai over there. So anything we saw of them in suits and fighting things was all the Japanese show, and then everything
Oh.
outside the show, in their normal clothes in Angel Grove or whatever, was all Americanized.
Okay.
Okay, that's why you never really saw them without their helmets until like season 2. Because then Saban decided to spend some money and make them suits. You know.
Yeah.
So the original Green Ranger story was a 5-part series.
Yeah.
He loses, becomes part of the team, right? That isn't really what happens in Super Sentai.
Oh.
In Super Sentai, he loses his powers and that's it,
Oh.
right? But JDF did so well and he was liked so well here.
So much, yes.
They wanted to keep him.
It was the ponytail.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or his davish and good looks. I don't know. My
That-
sister had a thing for him.
Really?
Guilty.
She had a thing for him. I mean,
I guess.
so he did so well in his role that they brought him back and they used a lot of old footage to fill in the gaps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Obviously he loses his powers at some point, And so, mind you, they're still using the Super Sentai footage, so they have to kind of keep up with Super Sentai to kind of match it all.
Yeah.
So Super Sentai brought in this White Ranger, but in Super Sentai, it's like a little kid, right? And he's not even. And then the suits are different. So like the White Ranger isn't even part of the Super Sentai show where the original suits are. It's weird. It's weird. I can imagine the editing room for that must have been like crazy.
Oh,
trying to crop this.
I don't want to be a part of that.
You know what I'm saying? So then they brought Tommy as the White Ranger, and then he just became like this legendary Ranger because of JDF. You know, I will say one thing about JDF. I never met him. I missed my chance. I was gonna go earlier this year, and I didn't go because I had a basketball game I had to attend to. So sucks for me. I follow him on Instagram. I will say one thing. He genuinely looked like he really loved the fans.
Yeah.
Like a good dude. I remember a couple times he would say, like, even the one I was going to go to, were like, I'll be here until the last person get the signature. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat because you don't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Once you make your obligation, you can leave. And he would stay. Like, he would sign people's cars if he wanted them to sign I seen him sign a dashboard. So the guy went and he's like, hey, would you sign my dashboard? He walked out, signed his car.
Wow.
You know, like, that's cool, man. You know, he was a God-fearing man. That kind of stuff. He didn't seem like he was a bad person. You know, someone, you know, genuinely nice. You know, and it kind of sucks to see that, you know, that's the way he goes out.
Yeah.
You know, Power Rangers will never be the same.
Piece of my childhood died.
I know. That's what I said.
It was such a shock.
It hit me like almost like how Kobe Bryant hit me when he died.
Really?
Yes.
Think
about it, though. Think about it. Power Rangers was my childhood. That was my childhood.
I mean, he does have all the helmets and shit.
I don't have all of them. I'm working on that. I'm working on it. I don't have all of them. There's a lot of them. I only have like 4.
It's good enough.
The fifth one's one of them. Excuse me. One of them's coming this Christmas. Don't worry about it. The blue one's coming this Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, back to the toys though. I remember I had 2 Power Ranger action figures as a kid, and my dad got them for me. But I remember him telling me that he went to like 7 Toys R Us stores to try to find one. Couldn't find one. And he bought me the worst one. Like the one. Okay, so like I always wanted the regular action figure. Like I hated action figures that would like had buttons to do certain movements, like a karate chop shit. Because then the karate chop stops working, and then the fucking arm's just hanging there, doing nothing or whatever. So he gave me this like karate leg kick Red Ranger or whatever. But then you couldn't maneuver the leg, so it wouldn't work. Was
it the Jason Red Ranger or
yes,
was it the Rocky Red Ranger?
No, it was Jason.
Okay.
Did you know why they left? Let's talk about history of Power Rangers today. He didn't know.
I know that they had to replace Trini because she passed.
No, that's not accurate. I'll tell you what happened there, but continue. You want me to say exactly what happened to her? It was no, she died after she left the show.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Oh.
So the reason, should we use their real names or stage names or film?
Let's go the characters with their character names because I couldn't tell you the replacements actors' names.
So Zach, Trini, and Jason all left the show right after the beginning of season 2. They all quit.
Okay.
Or let go, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
The reason they quit was because they felt they weren't getting enough income.
Oh.
For the amount of money they were making in toy sales, which was drastic.
Oh.
Now, that production was a non-union production at the time. Uh-huh. So you're kind of shit out of luck.
What you get is what you get.
Correct.
Yeah.
Once you sign a piece of paper, I mean, you understand. Yeah, you understand.
Sorry, bro.
Unless it's written down, like if you do a non-union indie film and all of a sudden that indie film makes $100 million, unless in the contract it said
you get back end.
You
don't get back end.
You're not going to get back end. I mean, that's just the business. Rough. So they tried to hold out and force Saban to give them more money. And Saban said, we'll be fine. Peace out. Let them go or they quit, whatever. And then replace them with Rocky, Aisha, and Adam.
Huh.
And that's kind of what happened there. And then the movie came out, which was weird because the movie was supposed to have the original actors. Originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were originally supposed to be stated for that. Because it happened literally around that time. It would have been cool with them though. I do wish they would have stayed.
fairly okay with that transition. I lost my mind when Kimberly left. I was out.
Do you know why she left?
No.
She left for a safety concern.
Really?
So she did a stunt, I think in the movie, in Power Rangers, the movie. She did a stunt. Now, mind you, this is secondhand rumor. This is what I've read.
Yeah.
This is what happened. Amy Jo, if you watch this, confirm us. Please call me and confirm. She was doing a stunt in the movie and she almost got hurt or something or whatever.
I feel like I heard something about that.
And she held that very personal against the company.
Uh-huh.
And she said, well, if you guys don't go union, which is obviously there to protect you.
Sure, yeah.
She
or at
was going to
least
back
get
up.
like a stunt coordinator. Or
yeah, I
something.
mean, but then again, when you're non-union, you can get away with a lot of stuff.
You can, but you should, I mean.
People's safety should be your top priority.
Yeah. Yes.
But that was her exit.
I see.
But she exited in a better way than the other ones did because they were able to write her off.
Right.
Versus the other ones. And it's funny. You'll notice it if you're rewatching the show now.
So my daughter is unfortunately sick right now. And so she's been very snuggly today, which, I can't say I mind as the mom. And we sat down and she's like, I want to watch TV. And I was like, okay, well, what do you want to watch? And she says she wants to watch Coco Melon. So I pulled up Netflix. And
what the hell is that? I don't have kids. I don't know what that is.
You
I
know
don't
what?
need to know.
That's going to be her Power Rangers.
It's
that's exactly
far from Power Rangers, trust me. But it's kids songs and it becomes an earworm. And, once you've leveled up to level 5, it's background noise. But at first that's all that's in your head.
In there.
And so I was like, okay, we'll watch Coco Melon. And I pulled Netflix up and I go into the kids' profile and like 2 slots over is Power Rangers. And I was like, that's not, it is. It's the OG. It's the OG Power Rangers. And I was like, we're not watching Coco Melon anymore.
Please tell me she enjoyed it.
So she did actually want to watch because I played the preview of it and she's like, oh, it's like a Real People mini force and it is. If you watch Mini Force, you'll know Mini Force is cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'll say
Fair
that.
enough.
And all its variations. But so I was telling her, Mommy and Uncle Jojo used to watch this all the time when we were kids and it's really cool and there's a lot of action. And so we watch it and, we're watching the origin story and they get teleported to Zordon. And I totally thought she'd be more into Alpha 5 than she was, but she was kind of meh. And I'm like, maybe it's just because you're sick right now.
It's so hard to get your kids into what you
I know.
So
it doesn't have any sparkles or singing or anything. And it's definitely not a Disney princess. So
sure. I tried it with X-Men and the
cartoon. No. Here's funny. I don't have kids, right? But his brother's kids often go to my house because they're my sister's their godparent. And the younger one, the boy, he goes to my house and somehow becomes the owner of my remote control of the TV, which usually happens.
Yep.
And he puts on Power Rangers, but he puts on Power Rangers of the newer ones, and I'm like, bro, come on, man. Look, watch this. This is the good one.
You want to watch it. You have to watch this.
And he just
you have
goes
to watch
nuts
it in chronological
on me.
order.
He goes nuts on me. That's not Power Rangers.
Excuse me.
Boy. If you were old enough to take an Uber, I'd kick you out of my house right now.
So we watched the first episode and I did have a proud mommy moment where the Zords are coming together for the first time and they're doing their transformation. They've come together and they're coming up into the Megazord now and the pterodactyl's coming down.
It says Megazord activated.
Yeah. And I hear this tiny little, wow. And I was just like, yeah.
That's got to be the best.
That's
feeling.
my girl.
I like the way she thinks. I love it. I love it.
She didn't want to watch anymore after that. And okay, fine. But I fully intend on watching a lot more.
Yeah.
How far did you get before you stopped watching?
I legit yeeted myself from the series once it was clear that Kat was replacing Kimberly. I was like,
See, I hung on for a little longer.
No.
I hung on. So I watched
I was a very, very stubborn teenager.
So I watched the original 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So Rita, Lord Zed.
Yeah.
Right. Then I watched Zeo when it started. Right. So they were fighting the Machine Empire, I think it was called. Wow, how do I remember this stuff? I think I checked out after that because I think they went into space after that, and then I kind of was like, okay, it's a little bit too much.
It turned into Fast and Furious.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then the other thing I didn't like was like they started changing the team every season.
Oh,
like I can't get connected to the team. That's
sure.
why I think that's why now Power Rangers actors are not known for it as much. Because it wasn't like the original series.
They don't have time to establish themselves.
Yeah, because I mean, JDF was in Power Rangers as a full-timer until Turbo when he left. Mm-hmm. Right? Was it Turbo? Because he was in Zeo, then Turbo. It was Zeo, Turbo, some other stuff, whatever. So he was until Turbo because I think that's when TJ came in or whatever.
I don't really know because
God, how do I know this stuff? God, I'm a fucking loser.
I think I would have wound up checking out in the middle of season 3.
So I think Mighty Morphin was 2 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. And then they went to Zeo because they were trying to catch up to the Super Sentai.
Sure.
The Super Sentai kept on going season by season and they kept changing costumes to blah, blah, blah. So they had to catch up.
Gotcha.
So I think it was 2 episodes with the original suits. And then at the end of that season, of season 2, they turn into little kids. And then they have to come back, and then the command center gets
well, you can find out, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch everything because good times. I was shocked.
Why are you making that face, John?
Because I'm confused as to why you stuck around so long. What?
Because I enjoyed it. Right. I thought I was a Power Ranger.
I didn't realize that season 1 was 60 episodes.
Oh yeah, it's long.
Yeah. I just figured that out today.
60 episodes.
Yeah. So it's really more like 5 seasons pushed into.
It was 2 really long seasons. Those were the longest costumes that they ever had. Those 2, and then they started switching. Then they started switching costumes every season. Blah 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 blah. I'm excited to watch it again, and I don't care if my daughter watches it with me or not. I'm gonna watch it. Did you watch the modern movie?
Yes.
What did you think? Honestly.
I wasn't disappointed. I felt that it stood by itself fine. I don't know that I would really call it Power Rangers. Certainly not Mighty Morphin.
They fucking didn't have suits on for like 90% of the film. I was like
hoping
all the CGI budget went to paying for what's her name, Banks. She was like the biggest name in the movie. The girl who played Rita. Damn it, what's her name? Something Banks.
Elizabeth.
No, she's not Tyra Banks.
I don't know.
Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
She played Rita Repulsa.
She was the
Rita
in Hunger Games.
Yes, and she was she was also I forgot what movie she was. But she was the biggest name at the time in the film. I'm like, well, there goes all the budget. That's why we didn't have suits the entire movie. There it goes.
I wasn't. I mean, it didn't feel like my childhood, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was a nice reimagining, I guess.
I thought it was okay. It wasn't the same. Obviously, it wasn't the same. I thought it wasn't bad. I think it needed a sequel. Like it needed more time. Because look, here's the thing. One-off movies like that, and you're taking a shot, right?
Yeah.
So you're either gonna fail or you're there's a middle ground.
Yeah.
Though. There is a middle ground. It didn't fail, but it wasn't great, right? I think a movie like that the sequel would have been better. And they introduced Tommy Oliver. You put any Green Ranger in a film, in a movie, in a Power Ranger film, people are gonna watch it. I'm dead serious.
It's just funny the way you phrase it. You put a Green Ranger in any movie,
it's legit.
He's not wrong.
Shawshank Redemption, Titanic.
Listen, yeah.
Like, just,
you see the freaking dragon Lord picks up the boat. And you hear the whistle thing.
DiCaprio doesn't have to die on a headboard.
Let me tell you how popular his character was. I mean, literally, his character. Even when you watch the Bat in the Sun stuff, have you watched that?
No.
So there's a channel called Bat in the Sun. I think I showed you maybe one.
I believe that I came across one of their posts after his passing.
Okay, so if
But
you go
I
to their
didn't-
channel,
Okay.
or if you go on YouTube and you look up
I didn't know anything about it,
the
though.
Green Ranger or the White Ranger versus Scorpion from Mortal
Oh.
Kombat, right? And it's very well done. It's like a short film.
Okay.
So they put different characters from different things to fight. So it's the White
Yeah, yeah,
Ranger
yeah. Okay.
against Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. And then here's the shocker. So you don't see who it is, right? And then the White Ranger wins, and then he does the whole, and it's actually JDF. And that was a big drop, bro.
Yes.
It was a big drop. And then they did another one where the Green Ranger fights Ryu from Street Fighter.
Oh.
Not beating Ryu.
He beat him.
Fake news. Fake news.
Oh, but it was very well done. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a film that's gonna come out next year, if I'm not mistaken. If it actually comes out, that he worked on, that's called the Legend of the White Dragon, which is it's like a spin-off of Power Rangers, because obviously he cannot make a movie. It's with Batman's son, so he can't make a movie about Power Rangers, but it's similar enough.
Yeah.
You know that? Yeah, we're not Power Rangers, we're just Rangers. You know,
We don't have special powers.
we don't teleport, we just transport.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it?
Change
Get
it
it?
20%.
There we go. Watch how that movie's gonna sell when it actually comes out in theaters. Now, obviously, it's gonna have a nostalgia thing to it. Obviously, not nostalgia, because that's for the Power Rangers, more a sentiment because of him. But watch how that movie becomes like
Massive.
massive.
I'll be there.
Oh yeah, I will. John, you're gonna be there. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice.
Tell me how.
I will buy you your ticket and drag
Tell me how
you.
good it was or how bad.
You're gonna be there.
All right.
I still feel bad, bro, man.
Yeah.
That's a bad way to go.
Yeah.
Like, you almost I think you said it maybe you said it, like, if you go through illness, that's a different thing. If you have an illness or your age or whatever, yeah, it still sucks, but it's like, okay, that's understandable, you know. But the way he went, that's what kind of sucks. Like, dude, like, what can, like, I mean, obviously we don't know the full story, but like, what could cause that for someone who had so much energy for his fans, for his family?
Well, it's,
you know,
an illness is an illness, whether it's physical or mental.
That's true.
And, you know, you, when you're out in public and you're, you know, it's the same thing with the iceberg. You know, you put on up front and you only show the public the 10% that they need to see. And then, you know, 90% of that iceberg that you're dealing with is hidden away, and nobody, you know, not even your closest family members and friends see what's going on. And it's heartbreaking.
And there was a rumor, you know how Power Rangers has comic books now, right?
No.
Okay, so they make comic books by a company called Boom Studios. And they made this storyline called Shattered Grid, which was a really cool story. So the concept was, imagine if, you know how in the original show, they break Rita's spell on Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so imagine if they broke the spell, but he didn't want to join the team.
Oh.
Right? So he still wanted to be evil.
Oh.
So in the story, he kills Rita, and he ends up killing the Red Ranger, taking the White Ranger power to himself. So he's a combination of both.
He's a light green ranger?
He's it's white with green.
Okay.
So his name in that comic book, his name is Lord Draken.
Okay.
And it was an interesting story. I'm like, that could be a movie, because first of all, he was one of the most powerful Rangers to begin with.
Yeah.
Now give him a combination of powers. He can fuck everybody up. Like, legit. Like, he is a legitimate threat to the Power Rangers. And the fact that he can go into the command center. Wow, I sound like a fucking geek.
Yeah.
I appreciate your geekiness right now, sir.
Holy shit. I would have loved to have seen that in the movie. Now, it's a timeline movie, so they bring in other Rangers from other times, and then there's different timeline Rangers from the original group. And I'm like, ooh, that would have been a beautiful chance to reunite the old cast, even if they're older, but that's a different timeline. You get what I'm saying? Even if it's just for a few seconds, I would have loved to just have seen them, even at their age, even though they're not in shape and all this stuff. I would have paid money to see Kimberly or Amy Jo Johnson in a Pink Ranger suit right now, or any of them, to be honest. Well,
I mean, you can. It's on Netflix, so
That's true.
Skull.
Bulk and Skull.
Oh God. I completely forgot about them, and then
or
they made
putties.
their first
Go ahead,
appearance
John.
in the episode.
Give me a little bit of putty.
Like,
Give me a little bit of putty, bro. You can't do it now. Come on, it'll come out eventually.
That was your thing.
No, it wasn't. That was your
it was.
thing. When we were kids, we used to make the stupid putty sounds that they made.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say for what. it's
oh my God. We would. Oh my God, you're probably like, what the hell are these guys talking about?
Very inside joke.
Yeah,
very
inside joke. Never mind. Anyways, hopefully that
I will spit out my water.
hopefully that movie comes out, and I wish the movies would be better. Like even the original movie. Did you enjoy the original movie? This will be the last thing we talk about it.
Of course I did. I
Besides
was
the
also
horrible
like
CGI at the time.
I think I was maybe
for 94,
13.
Yeah, we were about that age.
13 when it came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like the most amazing thing in the entire universe.
You know
at the
what I
time.
liked about it? I love the suits.
Yeah,
because they were more tactical. That's like that's where I swear to you, if we ever become famous, either of us, and when we work with Christopher Nolan, let's ask him where the fuck he got the idea of that Batman suit, because it looks like one of the Power Ranger suits.
Yeah.
Like it's tactical, bro. It looks like, you know how Batman's suit was more tactical, meaning it had like, it actually served the purpose. It had plates. It had this and that. Like the Power Ranger suits, it wasn't made out of clothing. It was like a plated kind of rubber thing.
Like straight polyester.
Yeah, like, you know, like a butter knife fucking cut through it. You know, like Superman's old suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The freaking Christopher Reeve suit, you know? I love the suits. That was my biggest thing. I'm like, man, they made it look legit. Like, okay, this could really happen in real life. Not real life, but like, it made it look a little more realistic.
Yeah.
I have never before today had a stronger desire to go out and find that movie. Like, I don't think it's streaming anywhere, but I need to own it.
Has to be somewhere. Sure. I saw it in Target not too long ago.
Then I'm going to Target tomorrow.
I'll tell you what, if I see it, I will pick it up for you. Awesome. I swear I saw it in Target.
Hit up like Big Lots.
Somewhere that just have
they got a bin of fucking.
It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't remember a lot. I just remember there were dinosaur bones.
I just don't like. Oh, that's what when they were finding his machines, his ectomorphicons. Ivan Ooze's thing. God. And then the dinosaur bones were from when they were looking for the ninja power.
Yeah.
And it was like they were like fighting these bones or whatever.
Bones.
Yeah. And then Tommy pulls out the wishbone from the back of its head and it falls apart for some fucking reason. Like, you know, I don't know.
Amazon should have it, right?
Oh, of course, yeah, probably.
My only thing with that movie that I don't like is that it's not canon. That's the only thing I don't like. It stands alone. It's never been. It was never it was never mentioned. Ivan Ooze doesn't exist.
No.
In the original show, which I thought was kind of weird.
Yeah, but they got rid of him in that movie in the same instant that he came.
He was a character, but that guy.
I loved Ivan Ooze. He
like,
was hysterical.
You never watched that movie?
I mean,
seriously?
I'll be honest. Until you brought it up, I didn't even realize there was a original movie. I remember the remake. But not
with Naomi Scott. I know why you watched that one. Because you like Naomi Scott.
I don't. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But. Yeah, I didn't even realize there was an original movie. Yeah. Like, it's... Yeah. Might have to go back and watch that.
You're not going to go back and watch it.
No, I'm not.
Anyways, you gave me a look when I mentioned Harrison Ford. And I'm very curious to know why. Ford? What's up with you and Harrison Ford?
What was the comment that you made? You made something.
He's too old 90. To be doing that.
No, he's not too old.
He's too old to be cracking
you.
the whip.
You called him 90 and he's 80. Yeah.
Give or take potato.
So JDF, this is funny that these two gentlemen have been brought up. JDF was my second crush.
So I'm gonna go on a limb and say Harrison Ford was your first crush.
At 5 years old.
At 5 years old.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So did you love Air Force One?
Yes.
Harrison Ford and Gary Oldman are in that.
Yeah, yes, I did love Air Force One.
That was a great movie.
But yeah, I can't say that I'm a huge fan of Indy 4 because some of the stuff that was in Indy 4 did not feel like Indy.
Is that the one with Shia LaBeouf?
Yes.
Okay. Am I saying that right?
Sure.
Shia LaBeouf?
I
I
believe
don't
that
think
is-
anybody knows how to
Shia.
pronounce it.
I don't know.
Just say Shia.
Yeah.
Shia. Okay, Shia. Guy with a bad
I was
temper.
excited for 4 because of the return of Indy, and there were some aspects of the film that I enjoyed, but like swinging on vines over in the jungle and then the giant ants, that was, I appreciate that they kept the timeline correct.
Mm-hmm. They're about to fuck that up right now.
I am looking forward to Indy 5. I am hoping that it will be better than Indy 4. I know it probably won't be like the first 3, but we'll see.
Here's the thing about these movies. I wish they would have done what they did with Back to the Future. Leave it alone. Like,
I wish
first
they
of all,
would have
we
left
will-
Star Wars alone.
I agree. I don't think we will ever. Well, the guy who owns Back to the Future said we're never doing one because he refuses to do one without Michael J. Fox and
it wouldn't be right.
Christopher Lloyd. Without them. Period. Like they do. I think they have a stage show now in Broadway. I think, but that's like as far as he'll go. Like there's no way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it should be. Because I was watching those movies recently, and I'm like, not that they're my favorite movies in the world, but I'm like, these movies are damn near perfection. Leave them alone. And even though they lost money as the sequels came out, whatever, but leave them alone. Why can't we do that with other properties? Why do we have to keep going backwards? Why can't we make up new stories? Like
because
golly.
Hollywood has no
Direction
original
right now?
ideas.
I mean, at some point, every idea is going to be
Exhausted.
I mean,
I guess.
You've only got like
we're not
7
at that
plot
point.
points to play with.
That is
but,
true.
I mean,
How many times can you save the princess?
ask Mario.
Yeah.
God, let's not talk about that. Did you watch the trailer for that?
What?
For the Mario movie?
What?
There's a Mario movie.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo one?
No.
No, not that one. That was awful.
Oh, you triggered. Oh.
Look at this up.
I mean, it wasn't great.
It wasn't great at all.
No, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't fantastic. But again, another piece of my childhood.
Sure. I mean, I remember watching it as a kid.
And when I saw it as a child, it was amazing because I, didn't know better.
But the new one is an animated movie, so it's going to be like Sonic, but without real people. So it's just animated, straight animated, right?
So like the cartoon.
Yeah, I guess. But like, if you want to say Toy Story style graphics, so very, very detailed cartoon.
So like the cartoon, but
like Encanto or like the
as
modern day
Nintendo 64.
Like a Pixar.
No,
type.
not that pixely, not that pixely. Like a Pixar modern day film.
I will have to research and watch the trailer because I had no idea.
Here's the big gripe. Chris Pratt is playing Mario. Is voicing Mario. Look at her face. She's like, no,
Not a fan.
he's terrible. I'm not saying he's terrible as an
not
actor.
Mario.
He's not. Yeah. First of all, he's not Italian for one. And if you want to skip that, at least get somebody who can kind of do fucking Mario's voice.
So he's just doing a straight American accent.
Yeah.
That's hot garbage.
Yeah, like that's what everyone's griping about it. But then Luigi sounds Italian.
Oh, yeah.
But they're supposed to be brothers.
Maybe they're stepbrothers. I don't know.
I guess
They got away with it in the first one.
that's debatable.
That's
100% true.
I think I would almost rather
Definitely not a
see
classic.
Chris Pratt play Bowser.
I could see him playing Bowser.
The first Mario one was Leguizamo and the guy from
Bob Hoskins.
Yes. I don't know what else.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, Who
Yes,
Framed Roger
yes,
Rabbit?
yes.
There it is. That's a great childhood movie.
That's a good childhood movie. The Mask is a good
Honey,
childhood
I
movie
Shrunk
for
the
me.
Kids.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Great childhood movie. I don't know about no Mario. The
Edward
first one.
Scissorhands. Great childhood movie. Scary movie. But for me, at
Scary?
least. I was a pussy. What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
What do you want me to tell you? The T1000
Yeah,
scared
he
me,
was
bro.
cutting bushes. What's wrong with you?
He was ugly.
Yeah.
And he had scissors.
Yeah, scissor
For
hands.
I get it, yes,
It's
but
in
I was
the
a
name.
I was a child. I was a child. Excuse me. Again, I was
He had those
afraid.
things in his hands.
I was afraid of the T1000 in Terminator 2. Okay?
Well, so was
Him
I.
turning
Yeah,
around and
that's it.
staring at the camera and doing
Yeah.
scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Just saying. Mind you, that movie was rated R. I probably should have been watching it.
Great movie.
At the time. Great movie. So I think it's time to play a game. And I'm not trying to rip off Saul right now. But just for fun and see if this works, see if we can have a few laughs, I decided we should play Heads Up.
Heads Up, 7-Up?
I remember that in grammar school. You remember that?
No.
You used to have to put your head down, put your thumb up, and then they would select certain kids to be up front, and then they would go around and pick, or they would go and put your thumb down. And then when everybody else would go up front again, and then when the lights came back on, you had to pick who you thought put your thumb down. And if you picked right, then you can go up and do the same thing. Sounds stupid when you think about it now.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite games to play in school. You never played that?
No.
Really? Okay, you had a horrible childhood.
Duck Duck Goose.
I would play that.
All right.
In preschool?
Yeah.
Heads Up, 7-Up was for like...
I've never even heard of that before.
I mean,
where did you go to school?
I went to a good school, good grammar school. Inter-American Magnet School on Barry and Sheffield. Where, what hospital is that now?
Where? On Barry and... Oh, wait,
Sheffield?
This thing's making noise. On Barry and Sheffield, Illinois Masonic.
There you go. It used to be... that parking lot was a school back in the day.
Obviously, it's not that good of a school if it's not there anymore.
I'm not from the city, so I have no frame of reference.
Yeah, she's not from the city.
Oh,
okay.
So I live out in the suburbs.
It was a great school.
So I got Heads Up here on the phone.
Okay.
Okay, so these are our categories that we can choose from. I'll let our guest pick the first category.
Power Rangers.
I wish. I fucking wish. So how do you guys want to do? You guys want to just play for fun?
Sure.
Are you going to keep points? Is
there money involved?
I mean,
what's going on?
I'm just saying. Okay, so everybody knows how to play. It's like, or should I explain the rules?
I think so. I mean, we can wing it.
Okay, cool.
I'll wing it anyway.
So I can say it real quick. So basically, I'm gonna hold it up. It's gonna have something on the screen. You guys got to try to get me to guess it without saying what's on the screen.
Okay.
Like you said earlier, it's basically catchphrase, which is a great game.
Point system here.
I mean, if I get it right, that's a point for me.
All right.
So whoever gets the most right.
Are we gonna make
answers.
this competitive?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Fun.
So our categories are act it out, and you have to mime what it says and try to get me to guess it without saying anything. That's so 90s. Blockbuster movies, video game land, and sports legends if you're into that.
We are 90s kids.
We are 90s kids.
So
why
not?
90s?
Yeah.
Okay, so who should go first? Who should be guessing first? God, this thing is making a lot of noise for me.
Is that?
Yeah, it's the phone.
Go first.
Oh, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So that's so 90s?
That's so 90s.
All right, that's so 90s is our category. And I'm going to I guess I have to hold it up. Here we go.
All right. Who's giving the clues?
Both we are.
All right.
Richard Gere and Julia Roberts.
Prostitute.
Pretty Woman.
Yeah. Yes. Candy. Long candy. Striped.
Chewy.
12 inches.
Twizzler?
No.
No, 3 feet.
3.
It was 36
inches.
Bubble tape?
No.
Close.
Not gum.
I'm skipping.
All right.
You're going to run out of time.
Cartoon kids.
Tommy Pickles.
What? I don't know Tommy Pickles.
Rexar. What? Well, Reptar.
You don't know Tommy Pickles?
No, skip then.
We're running out of time. Tell me to skip.
All right, the dinosaur movie.
Land Before Time.
Oh, Sweet Maria.
Of the 90s.
This is one
Jurassic
of your
Park.
favorites.
There you go.
Gee, they could have been Land Before Time.
Rock music.
Nirvana.
Metallica.
Yep.
What was it?
Grunge.
Okay, so I got nothing. I got a whole 2 points. Let's put that. I'm just gonna keep score just in case.
That's
no.
awful.
Me, guest, and other guest. So I got what, 2 points? Cool. So, madam, you are next.
All right.
And we will try to do this. So hit the 90s one.
That's so 90s.
Hit the 90s and then hit play.
Play.
And we'll try to see it from both sides. Okay, here we go. Oh God. I say skip.
Yeah, skip.
So up. There you go.
Skip.
Oh, man,
Skip.
I don't even know who's in it.
Skip.
I don't even know who's in
Skip,
this movie.
skip.
When a kid can't sleep at night, what do you say that is?
Insomnia.
No. Like a simpler term. Like what are they? What are they?
What's the fear?
Scared of the dark?
That's close.
Are
enough.
you afraid of the dark?
There you go.
Yeah.
Down.
All you had to say was Snick.
It's a brand of gym shoe, not very
Nike?
popular anymore.
Nike?
It was at one point. No, less popular.
Reebok.
No,
Skechers.
less. There you go.
Yeah.
The other way.
No.
It's okay. We'll give her a point. We're fine.
Skechers are popular.
This
wearing
was with
Radical.
yeah. With
Blank.
what's
Radical.
the actor's name?
Wayne's World.
Yes, down. Saved by the Bell. Who's the lead actor? I mean, the lead
Maine,
character.
blonde hair, blue eyes.
I have no idea. I didn't watch it.
Zach Morris.
Ooh, Zach.
You don't want Saved by
You
the
know
Bell?
all the Power Rangers. You don't know who Zach Morris
You
is.
couldn't do slap bracelets?
I didn't even remember it, to be honest.
I mean, how would you
remember it
even?
now.
How would you even?
I just
Just
went
like
there.
that. I would have been like, yeah, that's slap
We're gonna
bracelets.
give you have 3 in total because you.
I got
went the wrong
Skechers.
All right.
way. Correct.
Slap bracelets.
So we'll do 2 rounds of this.
Guess who's gonna win?
Go ahead, John.
How do you do it?
So slide down from the top. There you go, and then hit the card again.
From the top.
Okay, go. Continue.
Alright.
If there was a category about Mariah Carey, he would win.
Oh yeah.
Make that face for him.
Huh?
See, I
Well,
like.
Not a fan.
Overplayed.
There you go.
Hmm.
Show your face. There you go. It's a, what do you call a security guard? I said guard. Up. That's part of the word.
She bangs.
She bangs.
Ooh,
La
baby,
Vida
wait.
Loca. Ricky Martin.
Yes.
There you go. Oh my God. What was before DVD? What was before DVD?
VHS.
Yes.
Another
The
character.
other
Another
really
character. in
popular
Saved by the Bell.
character.
The nerd one.
Curly hair.
Curly.
Oh my God, I'm blanking.
Not Kelly. Not AC Slater. Not Zach Morris. Not Lisa Turtle. Oh my God. This is that movie.
Football
with,
movie.
Yes, with
Sean Astin.
I don't know anything else about that movie.
No.
A game on the computer in which you never, ever lived.
I remember it. As
Oregon Trail.
Yes.
Wow, he got that right.
Oh,
The
wow.
Rock, Steve Austin. What are they part of? Too late.
WWF.
It would have been WWE. That's close.
It should have been WWF. It's WWE now, isn't it?
Now, right? But we named old. I named old characters. That's why. That's why he said F.
Oh.
How many you got? 3.
3.
All right. So let's do one more round. You want to just start with you since the phone's over there?
All right.
Do you want to do a different category real quick?
What are the categories?
Scroll down or slide down from the top,
Slide down from the top.
and then say them for me.
Oh, no, we're going with
slide
something.
Slide up, and then hit the back arrow. I think.
Line up.
Or
Back
give me the
arrow.
phone. Give me the phone. Give me the phone.
I'm like a.
You're not. You're
I'm like
not
a caveman.
He's not very cell phone.
Tech savvy.
Yes.
I can't
Apparently I
afford
am.
an iPhone like you.
This is not an iPhone. This is the same phone you have.
Oh,
I'm so confused.
well, that
I'm so confused.
that makes it even worse, right?
You want to just stick with 90s?
Yes.
Sure.
Stick with 90s. I'll start, I guess, since it's already here. Here we go.
Let's go.
Up is Skip and down is you got it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels.
Funny, goofy
Are you telling me a movie title?
movie. Yes.
Jim Carrey movie, The Mask.
With-
Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
Yes. Guy
Host
died.
of
Family.
American Home Video or America's Funniest Videos.
Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
He's not gonna get it.
kangaroos, crackers, and chocolate.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get it.
Neo.
The Matrix.
Nirvana lead singer girlfriend. No.
Wasn't into that music at that time.
Ha.
at that time, or even
What,
at this
what's
time.
that? I forget the
Hanson's first single.
Hanson. Yes, Hanson.
Fuck is Hanson?
Oh my lord, he spent too
You're
much
kidding.
time.
Watching Power Rangers.
2000.
Millennium.
And Y2K.
Close enough. Oh, it's okay. Damn it. 2 cards, 3. Bop? What was that?
Bop. That's only the most popular
It
song
was
from the
a
90s.
huge earworm
Yeah.
in 1997.
I apologize.
Listen to the song, you'll recognize it.
He said,
And then I'll
He
just
spent-
get off my high horse because I'm a huge
probably-
fan of theirs.
I think you're ready. Just got to hit play.
Okay.
John, you sweating over there, bro? You're
No.
competitive
No, I'm
over
good.
there?
I'm
Here we
good.
go. Oh, Full House. It's not Danny, not Joey.
Dave
Greek-
Collier.
Huh?
Greek guy.
The Greek guy.
Oh,
The
John
character.
Stamos.
What's
Uncle
character.
Jesse.
Uncle
Yes.
Jesse, yes. Down.
Yeah.
Down.
Oh, those big water guns that they used to sell back in the
Super
night.
Soakers.
There you
Yeah.
go, down. Oh, we were just talking about it. It's morphing
For
time.
like 40
Power
minutes.
Rangers.
There you go. Oh, Steven Spielberg's cartoon show.
Animaniacs.
Yep. An all African American woman singing group. Very
Beyonce.
popular. Beyonce.
Oh,
No,
no.
Destiny's
Some-
Child.
Yes.
Yes.
Will Smith, one of his famous songs. Not
Getting jiggy
Miami.
with it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh my God.
I don't know what that is.
I know what it is.
Just
He
go
threw
up. Wait.
threw poo on a ship on an overpass.
Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's true.
That's wow.
It's true. It's true. It was on the news.
Wow. She gets a fucking. Where's my round of applause? How many? Wow. We could just say she won, right?
I got 7 cards, and you guys would not have gotten butterfly clips to save your life.
Holy crap.
What
that
is a
was-
butterfly clip?
It's the little.
It's a hair clip with a butterfly on it.
And
I'm
yeah,
guessing.
Oh, sweet.
you
Okay.
would.
Yeah.
We would
John,
take our
well-
hair and like put them in individual little things.
Well, since I
Yes.
lost already,
Yeah.
John, you are. It's a one-on-one battle now.
The only hope. All right.
Good description though, guys. So thank you.
The shit one. That
Go,
was the
go.
best one.
Okay, here we
Sad
go.
that's what I know
Yeah.
him for.
Here we go.
I don't know what that is.
Up. Just go quick.
Football head.
It's a cartoon. Old cartoon. Nickelodeon. His
Nope.
up. Iron.
Lisping boxer.
Giant.
No. It's a boxer. Iron.
Mike
There
Tyson.
you go. Down.
No.
Okay, it's fine. I got
Okay.
you. Famous rapper died in Vegas.
Not
Not Biggie.
Tupac.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yabba Dabba Doo.
Fred Flintstone.
No. Okay.
Flintstone.
Okay. But what?
But you
what do they
took him
take
every
in the
day.
morning?
Flintstone vitamin.
Yes.
Adam Sandler. It was like a football thing, wasn't it?
Golf.
Golf.
Happy
They did with
Gilmore.
hockey. Yeah.
We don't talk about it.
Up.
Bruno.
No.
No.
The older version.
Yeah,
Macaulay Culkin.
Home Alone.
Yep.
Courtney Love's.
It's that was Nirvana.
That was Nirvana.
That one
yeah.
was Nirvana. Well, that was fun. How many you get?
What-
We got to give him one extra one.
5 or 6.
He got
5.
5.
5.
So you beat us both. You
yeah.
are our winner for today.
The guest
Applause.
wins.
Did you not watch Hey Arnold?
No. What is it?
It's a cartoon. It's an old cartoon.
Hey
Never.
Football Head.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, but I remember I remember.
I was
passing
part of
it.
the Saturday morning lineups after Rugrats.
Oh God, Rugrats was cool.
Yeah.
Rugrats was fucking cool.
What are you
Then
talking
how do you
about?
not know
The-
Tommy Pickles?
Tommy Pickles, because I just remember him as Tommy.
Tommy Pickles. Reptar. Wasn't that the dinosaur that? Yeah.
Whatever. You guys remember Recess,
No.
the cartoon,
Yeah. Kind of.
or Bobby's World?
Bobby's World.
Bobby's
Yes.
World was cool.
I remember Bobby's World.
All right, that was fun.
Yeah.
I think we should do this more often. That's
Yeah.
kind of fun. I want to thank you for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
Do you want to plug your?
I
anything, your
don't
social
have
media?
much to plug right
Just in
now.
case anybody wants to reach out for you for a gig or
modest.
something, please let it be something
you can
professional.
go through my agents. I'm with The Rock.
Cool.
If you're in the Midwest, if you're Out east, no, west more. I'm also with Stars Talent Studio, or I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm debating keeping my Twitter, but Instagram would probably be the best way to get hold of me, I guess, and that's at Katelin Stack.
Right on.
Katelin, because I have to spell that because I found out that there are 135 ways to spell my name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's always a problem with that.
Yeah.
That's why I had to
That's
use my
Not
middle
for
name.
you.
I had to use my middle name, bro. What do you mean I don't have a problem with that? You understand that when you Google Miguel Rivera, the only thing that pops up is the character
there's
from that Mexican Disney movie, Coco? That's what pops up. So if you put my middle name in, I only pop up.
But
I
I'm saying,
am the only Katelin Stack that I know of, though. So
You are the only Katelin Stack that I know of as well.
I don't have, and there don't seem to be a lot of Katelins on IMDb. They're all Kates and Katies and Kathleen's.
Katie Holmes.
So
That's what I was thinking.
I deliberately used my full given name
Right on.
because I realized that there were too many Kates and Katies.
Cool. Do you have anything you're working on soon? Or planning on kind of doing maybe on your own? Independently?
I am currently just, my main focus right now in all of my downtime is getting Through Eyes of Grace edited and put together. I'm doing the puzzle piece part of that.
Because I might have you audition for something for me.
Okay. I have free time. I can't do anything on December 11th.
It's a while from now.
Okay.
It's a while from now.
Well then, yeah, no, I don't
we'll
have
talk
anything
a little
left.
bit once the red lights turn off.
Sure.
So you said you had a good time?
I did. Yeah.
Would you come down again?
Sure.
Cool. John.
I'll take 90 next time.
Yeah. John. Anything else from you, buddy?
Yeah, looking forward to a pizza party we're having at work.
That Little Caesar,
Caesar
special, that $5 foot.
I really hope that you get some quality.
First
I
of all,
really
that's
hope you get some quality pizza.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I will hold out hope for you.
The good old $5 footlong pizza from Subway, apparently.
Time out. In my defense, Little Caesar used to sell a really long pizza. I don't know if you guys remember that.
First of all, a foot long isn't even that big of a pizza.
I just said in my defense, so shut up.
Okay.
I can't believe I fucking said that. Besides your little pizza party that you're gonna have and play Thumbs Up. I mean, what was it?
Heads Up, 7 Up.
Heads Up, 7 Up.
Whatever that is.
You should bring it. That's a great party. That's a great party game. You should totally do it. So let's play Heads Up, 7 Up.
All right.
See what happens.
You're a bit too late. We would have played it at Thanksgiving. I had
fuck. We didn't talk about Thanksgiving. 2 seconds. How was your Thanksgiving?
I had 65 people in here.
That's a fire hazard. How
Wow.
was your Thanksgiving?
I'm still full.
You're still full?
I am still full.
Dude, I drank so much soda that I'm surprised I haven't died yet.
You're a child.
I am. I totally forgot to talk about Thanksgiving. We'll pick it up next week. When it's Christmas.
Yeah. 2 weeks from now.
John, thank you, buddy. Miss, always a pleasure. Hopefully we can see each other down the road.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna sign out.
She is your baby mama, right?
Seriously, right? I probably owe her some money. That's why she's here. All right,
We'll
guys.
talk later.
Yeah.
And that's going to be our show for tonight. Like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, everything we said is in our opinion. And if you don't agree with it, bite me.